Oh, it's empty. And that's exactly what Xbox One backwards compatibility is like for gamers like me. I'm JRPG, and I live and breathe JRPGs. JRPG. I want to like Microsoft. I really do. And there was a time when I thought Microsoft wanted me to like them as well. I own an Xbox One, and I used to own an Xbox 360. When my 360 stopped working, I didn't replace it. And you know why? Because it was just after Phil Spencer stood up at E3, all high and mighty, and announced Xbox One backwards compatibility. It sounded incredible. A completely game-changing feature. And then it all started to sound pretty fishy when he kept on talking. Simply calling it backwards compatibility, I felt, was very misleading. The way he explained the system, it wasn't any more advanced than Sony's PlayStation Classics or Nintendo's Virtual Console. The only difference being that if you owned a physical copy of the game, you would get the digital version of it for free on the Xbox One. I remained hopeful though. With loose promises of eventually supporting a large portion of the Xbox 360 library, I was very optimistic. At the very least, I thought that Xbox 360 exclusives, so games you could not play anywhere else, would be on top of the list to get the backwards compatibility treatment. Then the first list of 100 games was released, filled out with games like Hardwood Backgammon, and Hardwood Hearts, and Hardwood Spades, listed as 3 separate titles, just to claim they have 100 games coming to the service. More than half of the first 100 didn't even have physical copies ever. They were just cheap Xbox Live Arcade games, and I mean, that definitely wasn't what was promised to us. Since then, we've had small updates here and there, and now 8 months after its official launch, I have lost all hope. And I've stopped checking the updates, to be honest. I now have absolutely no reason to believe that any of the games I own will be made available on the service. And you heard that right, not a single 360 game I own, physically or digitally, is available on Xbox One backwards compatibility. Not one. Even games that are purchasable digitally on the Xbox 360, like Tales of Vesperia, have yet to even be mentioned as a possibility for the service. It's insulting that Microsoft spent a good deal of time, effort, and I'll go out on a limb and say a large amount of money to secure exclusivity deals with so many Japanese developers at the start of the Xbox 360 lifecycle, only to completely abandon us gamers who enjoy those games after just a couple of years. No Japanese dev chose the Xbox 360 because they thought it was the best. They didn't do it for nothing. Half of them complained after their respective releases that the DVD discs were a massive restriction. Microsoft wanted these games on the Xbox 360, and now they couldn't care less about them. I began to concede to the fact that Xbox One sales in Japan are so incredibly poor that Microsoft felt it wasn't worth it to support JRPG gamers anymore. And then E3 2016 happened. Final Fantasy XV only appeared in Microsoft's conference. They gave a lengthy presentation to the upcoming Xbox One exclusive JRPG, Scalebound. Are they trying to convince us that they still care about JRPG fans? If you want to convince us you still care, Microsoft, how about you start with the list of incredible Xbox 360 JRPGs that are not available to play on any other platform? Why are there continued efforts to bring games like Fallout 3 and Crazy Taxi to backwards compatibility, which can be played on half a dozen other platforms already, when JRPGs like Lost Odyssey and Tales of Vesperia, which can't be played anywhere else, aren't even on the to-do list? Of the games Microsoft shelled out truckloads of cash to secure, 3 of them were made available on other platforms at some point. Star Ocean: The Last Hope was made available on the PlayStation 3, as was Eternal Sonata, and The Last Remnant got a PC release. The remaining 8, Blue Dragon, Lost Odyssey, Magna Carta 2, Infinite Undiscovery, Tales of Vesperia, 99 Nights 1 and 2, and Spectral Force 3 are only playable on an Xbox 360. Some of these games are truly epic games, and not bringing them to backwards compatibility is just giving JRPG gamers more of a reason not to buy an Xbox One. And there are precious little reasons to buy one as it is. Mine has sat dormant for over 6 months. So what is the state of backwards compatibility for JRPG gamers? Pathetic, insulting, and utterly useless. The only thing this feature is enticing me to do is not waste my money on another Xbox platform in the future. Thanks for watching. I'm very interested to hear how satisfied everybody else is with Xbox backwards compatibility. How many games you own have come to the service? Jump down in the comments section and let me know. Also, feel free to check out some of my other videos. Other than that, I will see you all soon.